Hey guys, what's going on? So today I have a pretty nice sized collection update. It's been a little while since I did one. Got a pretty nice stack here, about 6 CDs. I also have some stuff coming in the mail, so there will be more collection updates maybe within the next couple months or so. But anyways, we got some really good shit here. There's some stuff in here that's rare. Some of the stuff is like obscure holy grails. There's one thing in here that's an obscure holy grail. Some of the other stuff is well-known classics that I just need to get. And one of them is a band that I just really got into recently, so I guess I'll get started. So the first two CDs are from the same band. You guys have seen my last few collection updates. You guys know I've been on kind of an old Camel Corporate kick lately. So I got the Bleeding, an old 1996 press. This is a Netherlands press. I got it from Discogs for about like $15. Not in the greatest condition, but it plays fine, and the case isn't like cracked or anything. So there's the front. Cool. Actually, I honestly might prefer this to that uncensored artwork. I just like that big like hunk of meat. I think it looks cool. The uncensored one is still cool though. I have a shirt of that I got recently. But there's the back. It doesn't even have the full track listing because it's censored. It just says features: Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead, Pulverized, Return to Flesh, and The Bleeding. See and Cipher complete. Track listing, of course, put out through Metal Blade. Produced by Scott Burns. Great production. Maybe not as good production-wise as like Tomb of the Mutilated, but it still sounds great. One of the best Camel Corpse albums for sure. Disc is a little scratched, but it plays perfectly fine. I don't know if you can really see, but pretty sweet. You guys should know this album. I mean, if you're into death metal, it's a classic. So there's the back. It folds out. There's not even the lyrics. It says, for a copy of the lyrics, send, mailed or whatever. There's like a collage here, and then there's the track listing. You've got a lot of classics on here. Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead, Fucked with a Knife, Stripped, Raped, and Strangled, Pulverized, Return to Flesh, The Pickaxe Murders, She Was Asking for It, The Bleeding, Force-Fed Broken Glass, and An Experiment in Homicide. So of course, classic album. You really can't go wrong with the first 5 Cannibal Corpse albums, in my opinion. The first 4 Chris Barnes, and the first one that has Corpse Grinder on vocals. This is the last album that had Chris Barnes, of course. This one's probably one of the most groovy Cannibal Corpse albums. One of my favorites might be like my second or third favorite. I love Fucked with a Knife, and She Was Asking for It. What else? Really every song on here is great though. Awesome guitar tone. I love Rob Barrett's solos on here. I mean, a lot of the stuff Rob Barrett did back in the day, Solstice, Malevolent Creation, he's just done so much good shit. It's just another one of them. Chris Barnes' vocals are awesome. I love his highs on here. There isn't really much else I could say. You should know this album. What can I say about it? It's a classic. So yeah, Camel Corpse with The Bleeding. Next, I got Vile, the album after The Bleeding, and the first album to have George Fisher, Corpse Grinder, on vocals. This is one of the only Corpse Grinder era albums I really care about. The other stuff kind of starts to blend in a lot for me, although I need to listen to it more. But this one, to me, is one of the best Camel Corpse albums overall, honestly. I mean, it's super energetic and fun to listen to. There's so many great songs on here. This is also an older pressing of this. This is a 1990. I think I messed up and said The Bleeding is 1996, 1994. This came out in 96, and this is a 96 pressing. I think it's like the second or third press, and it's in mint condition. And I got this for like $12 from Discogs. Pretty cool. One of my favorite album covers from them, honestly. I mean, they changed the logo, so that's a little weak, but what can you do? It looks sick. I love this album cover. There's the back. A lot of great songs on here. Devoured by Vermin. That's like a classic. Mummified and Barbed Wire, Perverse Suffering, Disfigured, Bloodlands. The first 5 songs on here are amazing. Puncture Wound Massacre, Relentless Beating, Absolute Hatred, Eaten from Inside, Orgasm Through Torture, and Monolith. So of course, this is where their lyrics started to get a little bit toned down and gore. I mean, you still have some crazy stuff like Orgasm Through Torture, but like, there's no more like Stripped, Raped, and Strangled or Instrumental Stripped versions kind of on here, obviously. After Chris Barnes left the band, I think their lyrics kind of went down just a little. But this is so great. Corpse Grinder's vocals are sick on here. Disc is in mint condition, not a single fucking scratch. But super energetic. I mean, that opening high at the beginning of Devoured by Vermin is so good. They got a little more technical and really fast on here, which I love. Awesome shit. Band picture there. Really been jamming this one a lot lately. Kind of an underrated one. Not many people talk about Vile, but saw fucking Loudwire called this the worst Camel Corporate album. I don't know why. This album's great. But yeah, even if you don't really care about Corpse Grinder era, I would recommend this album if you like the faster parts of the bleeding, and you'll probably like this. There's just so much energy on here, and Corpse Grinder's vocals sound a little different on here. They're a little bit sharper, like kind of more like not raspy, but like less shouty sounding on here, I suppose. But my favorite songs on here are probably Mummified and Barbed Wire, Garbage Vermin, and just the first 5 songs, like I said, they're all great. But yeah, super energetic, one of the best Cannibal albums, and kind of underrated one, so Vile. So now past the shit you guys already know about, on to some more underground stuff. This isn't even really that underground what I'm about to show, but compared to Camel Corpse, I guess. But I ordered this a while ago, and it's shipped from Czech Republic, and I just got it in the mail like a week ago. This is Condemned with Desecrate the Vile. Awesome brutal death metal from San Diego. If you like Cephalotropsy, the slam band, you'll like this band. They have the same drummer, and they also have Angel Ochoa on vocals. This came out the same year as Cephalotropsy's debut, 2007. This is a reissue put out through Lacerated Enemy Records. I got this from their Bandcamp. Shiny, simple little digipack. There's really not much in there, but this is a really awesome album. Really blasty, crazy fucking vocals. I love Angel Ochoa's vocals. Band picture. No, not even a book, but really simple. Just band picture disc. There's some cool artwork behind the disc. I like that. Anyways, yeah, I love the vocals on here. Really just disgusting. Awesome blast beat type shit. If you like Disgorge, really, if they have more slams, that's basically what this sounds like, I guess. There's so many great songs in here though. The first song, Fixation on Suffering, Subject to Infliction. I'll just read the whole track listing. Descending into Extinction, Impulsive Dismemberment, Servants of Derangement, Habitual Depravity is probably my favorite on here. Chapter of Defilement, Mutilating the Inferior, Internally Devoured, and Amputated Repugnance. The one thing I cannot stand about this album though is there's like this 10-minute outro track, which I fucking hate. It's just 10 minutes of like ambient shit at the end of the last song, and I don't know why, but it's so boring. You also have their Mass Burial demo from 2005 on here, which has Habitual Depravity, Subject to Infliction, and Burial. They're all like with programmed drums on that demo, obviously, if you haven't heard it before. But if you're into Brutal Death Metal and you haven't heard this, I mean, it's a pretty popular album, but if you haven't heard it, I would recommend listening to this if you like, Angel Ochoa's vocals, or if you're a fan of like stuff like Disgorge, then you'll really dig this. So, I'm not compare fucking every Brutal Death Metal band with a lot of blast beats to Disgorge, but I don't know, to me they're like the gold standard of the genre with that stuff, but Condemned with Desecrate the Vile, really awesome stuff. Next up, we got another blast beat oriented Brutal Death Metal album. I got this from Unique Leader Records, and this is just something I've been needing to get for a while. This is Pyamia with Cerebral Serial. Awesome Netherlands Brutal Death Metal. If you like Disavowed and Veracity type stuff, you'll love this. I don't like this quite as much as Disavowed, which has the same drummer, but this is fantastic. I'd say it's more brutal than Disavowed, but the songwriting isn't quite as strong, but it's amazing. Awesome John Zeg artwork. Love it. Pretty easy to get into stuff, even if you don't like brutal death metal. Just the back. It's some funny song title. There's like one funny song title in here, but you got Gorging on Mucus and Bile, Cerebral Serial, Sugar Spiced Anus, funny song title. Impaled on Stakes, Carried in Proboscis? I don't know. Blood Spewed on My Face, Malodorous Rancidity, Cranial Blowout, and Everlasting Torture. It's a really short album. I believe it's a little under half an hour. Cool disc. I believe this came out in like the late 90s or early 2000s. This might have come out like 2000. But awesome shit. I would recommend this. Really fast, a lot of blast beats, killer vocals, pretty guttural. There's not much I can say about this. It's not the most unique thing ever, but it's just done very well. I think the first 2 songs on here will really say a lot about this album in terms of what it sounds like. But if you like Suffocation, Disgorge, that kind of stuff, then this is up your alley. The early Unique Leader sound is definitely present on here. The best song is probably the first 2 songs, like I said, Gorging on Mucus and Bile and Cerebral Serial. Both amazing songs. And there's also some really awesome highs on this album with the vocals that I really dig. Great album. I'll do a review for this sometime. Pyamia, Cerebral Serial. This next thing is a big fucking holy grail for me. I am so unbelievably happy I got this. This CD goes for up to hundreds of dollars, and I got it for a ridiculously good deal, and I'm not going to reveal where, because, oh my god, this is so fucking sick. I'm just being an asshole like that, but I'm so happy to own this. This is the Repudiation Pump. If you do not know Repudiation, pause this video and go listen to them. In my opinion, the most underrated brutal death metal band ever. They only put out one demo and a split in the 90s. They're a old school slam band. In my opinion, these guys were the first guys to play slam that really sounded like how slam would sound eventually. Because you had internal bleeding and they had, you know, they had the riffs, but they still had a lot of OSDM kind of riffs, and the vocals weren't quite as gurgly at Afterbirth. You know, really gurgly vocals, but still a lot of death metal riffs. But this is just pure fucking slam. Came out in like '96, I think, the original demo. And this is really rare. I mean, the original demo is even more rare, but this compilation came out like 2000, I think. I think this is actually, might be a newer reissue of this or something, but probably a foreign reissue because I never heard about this. And yeah, this is one of my favorite brutal death metal bands in general. But yeah, go listen to the original demo from 1996 from Repudiation, Purging of Impurity, if you haven't already. But here's the front. Really cool. This is in practically mint condition other than that fucking crack right there in the case. But cool artwork, actually done by Mike Majewski. If you like Devourment, I think you'll like these guys. Like Molesting the Decapitated era. So like, this is pretty short, it's like 24 minutes long, and it's just so groovy and one of the most brutal things I can think of. And one of the best brutal death metal releases, honestly. You got Fall of Repression, Decimation, Eternal Depredation, and Decay of Humanity. Those are the first four songs, or all the songs from the original demo. And then you have some songs from a split they did with another band, Intro, MSO, and then there's different versions of Eternal Depredation and Decay of Humanity. Just amazing shit. Super guttural vocals, super groovy and catchy. Just amazing. There's the disc. That's the pentagram with the original demo artwork behind in red. Pretty sick. I'm so happy to own this. Not a single scratch on the disc. But yeah, I'm very much going to be listening to this. That was super grammatically incorrect, but I'm going to be listening to this CD a lot. I just got this in the mail yesterday. Really simple little booklet, just picture of the band and like, credits. But yeah, ridiculously, criminally underrated. I mean, these guys played slammy sounding shit in 1996 before, like, these guys sounded like, I don't know, like, this almost, if it weren't for the New York kind of groove, like, this just, it's so ahead of its time. I mean, 2000s slam bands sounded a lot like this, like 10, 20 years later, and I don't know, I just think that's a testament to how fucking good this band is. I mean, this is just a super important release in brutal death metal, or not this compilation, but the original demo. And shit, these guys are just so fucking good. I might just make a whole video about this band. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I think the best song is definitely Fall of Repression, the first song. Another favorite of mine is Decay of Humanity. Just ridiculously catchy. If this doesn't get you moving, I don't know what will. Because this is so groovy. Very hip-hop oriented groove. Really a flawless fucking release. I love Repudiation. And it's a shame they never put out a full length. Because that would have been fucking unreal. But yeah, some of the best shit ever. So, Repudiation compilation. Just self-titled. It's just called Repudiation. Alright, this last thing is a band that I've really gotten into recently. They're a pretty well-known brutal death metal project, but Viral Load with Brutalized Beyond Belief. Of course, this is the reissue with a different artwork. I think that this artwork is better than the original, this John Zig artwork. The original has like a Viking or something. It looks like a US power metal or something that doesn't fit, in my opinion. For one-man brutal death, or this isn't one-man brutal death metal. There were a three-piece on this, but with programmed drums. But I believe that they went one man later on. You know, Sean Whitaker. If you like I Can Say His Discrepancy, then you'll like this. Although this is a little bit more streamlined. This one is a lot more catchy. There's a lot of elements of different types of like metal in here. There's a lot of thrashy parts. There's even some black metal-y riffs on here. But it's definitely pure old school brutal death metal. I believe this originally came out in like 1997. There's the album cover. I really like that logo. There's the back. Put out through Amputated Vein. I believe this reissue came out like 2005. So all the songs. So also the track listing is kind of jumbled from the original, but I don't really care, to be honest. But you got Bashed Fucking Skull, My Mighty Sword, Mesmerized by Bloodstained Walls, Crack Whore, I think those first 4 songs are the best. Galloping Upon the Entrails of the Dead, Deviated Septum, Isolation, Lacerated Flesh, that's another one of my favorites. Blisters, Scab, and Scars. It's kind of hard to read that font. It Has Risen, Spit, and then there's a bunch of bonus tracks. There's Spit and Hit, Crackcore 96, Evil Uprising, Harsh Realities, Frenzy, and My Mighty Sword. This is an enhanced My Mighty Sword video footage. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Anyways, so there's the disc. But yeah, this is super catchy shit. The only thing I can imagine people wouldn't. Oh yeah, there's a little hidden message in the CD. The song Crackcore has a sample at the end of a guy saying this. You can't really see, but in the tray, like along the very back right there, it says "Crack pipe smoking, blister lip, bitch." So that's something. But anyways, let me show the booklet. This is really catchy. Awesome production. The drums sound obviously programmed, but I don't mind at all. I think they sound cool. The riffs, there are so many good riffs, especially the parts where they slow down, like on the song My Mighty Sword. It's amazing. The one thing I could see turning people off about this release, though, is the vocals. The highs are really, really screechy and like bizarre sounding, but if I imagine there's some sort of weird like grindcore vocals, I could get past it. I still think they sound cool though. The regular mids also are really full. They're not the most guttural vocals, but they're super full sounding, and they're so satisfying to listen to. I think the best vocals are on the song My Mighty Sword. But yeah, there's just some awesome riffs. There's some really catchy, thrashy parts, especially on songs like Bash Fucking Skull. There's also some amazing slams, like on that song, Lacerated Flesh, Mesmerized by Bloodstained Walls, just so catchy. But yeah, highly, highly recommend that you all listen to this if you haven't, and you're into brutal death metal. It's a pretty unique sounding brutal death metal band, honestly. Yeah, just really killer shit. I've been really, this has like become one of my favorite brutal death metal albums as of late. So yeah, Viral Load, Brutalized Beyond Belief. I also got to get Insidious Decrepancy. It's called like Atrocious Orgy of something suffering. I don't remember. It's a good album. But yeah, that's it for this collection update. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.